Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. What an amazing Friday the 13th. It's nighttime. Hydrate. Don't forget to hydrate. Drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, the Facebook business page, I have been sharing a daily journey, 1%. Okay, so there's a lady on Instagram. Her name is Live Holistic. She has lived a holistic lifestyle. She has done lots of research to figure out the best way to do it. And this year she started a journey, how to live a more holistic lifestyle, 1% change every day, 1% of the time. Like day 1 was drink plenty of water. Day 2 was, I don't know exactly the orders, but day 2, so she made a homemade dry shampoo. She made homemade air freshener. She made, there was a homemade air freshener. Drink more water. There was stretching on the wall. There was, today was eat breakfast, eat a good breakfast. Meditation was one of them. Oil pulling. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. I know that there's, obviously today's day 13. Day 13 is eat a good breakfast. So I'm only consciously remembering like about a half dozen of them. Not all of them I've put into practice because some of them, I mean, instantaneously. Because some of them had things that I needed to purchase, like certain essential oils and oranges and that kind of thing. So, and then some of them, like one of them was to put orange peels in vinegar and leave it for a few weeks to make a cleaner. And obviously it takes a few weeks for that to muddle, so that won't be ready for a few weeks. But those changes, you know, make your own wipes. I can't remember if that was one of her 1%ers or if it was just another way of living holistically. But her name is Live Holistic, so it's LIVHOLISTIC. It's awesome. She's awesome. It's just been like a great start, a great motivation. Not even like you know, like there's no New Year's resolution. This is about changing the way you live. And Lord knows we can only use it, you know. Changing from paraffin wax to beeswax. Beeswax candles actually remove odor from the air, she said. And obviously they're more sustainable. But anyhow, today we had an absolutely great day. I know I told you guys we were going on a day trip to Sapulpa, Oklahoma. We had a great time. Today was the Bluebird. Well, yesterday was the Blue Birdie's birthday, meaning the 12th. But today she had a party because 113 is her favorite number. And today was Friday the 13th, and it all happened on the same day. And it all manifested for good. And she invited us. She was going to have cake. Anybody who wanted to come by the shop. So we went by the shop. We had cake. It was so amazing. So if anybody's watching, Bridget, Chris, Bodie, April, thank you so much. It was just like the best day. We got to meet so many of her customers, and they just came in. Obviously, we come from a long way, so we like hang out for a while. We shop. But one of the good things about it is you don't have to purchase everything right away. She does sell everything on her website. So if you don't have the money today, like today we didn't really have money to shop. So what we did was we saw the things that we wanted to purchase. And we went on the website and we put them in our shopping cart. We were able to buy some stuff today, but not like big stuff. Like we had like $20 each to spend, you know, like that was our budget. So we had a really good time. It was really a lot of fun. I got to see everybody. She also has this like place by her that said, she said it was called H-O-T. No, that's hot. Because it's not H-E-T. Oh no, I swear she said H-O-T. But that just spells hot. Why would I think it was it? But anyway, there is a place that sells this homemade tea, and it was so good. And we had unsweetened. I had unsweetened blueberry. I had 2 cups of it. No artificial sweetness added to it. I did not need them. It was amazing tea. Jim had mint, unsweetened, or sweet. He actually had sweet tea. Mint sweet tea. And it was so good. So now I want to go and make all of the flavors. Like, I just want to make all the flavors of tea. I will tell you, I am very, very motivated to teach you guys how to do these manifestations, these combinations of earths and herbs and essential oils and things. I know that they're called spell jars, and that has a very negative connotation in some circles. And they are really, for all intents and purposes, are that. But I realized today, I was thinking about who was the most Christian, what group of people live the most Christianly in the United States of America. And to me, that was the Amish. And I did realize that the Amish live by this. They don't use drugs and chemicals. They only use herbs and oils and balm, and lanolin, and all real earthbound essential things. And they do this all, obviously, because these are gifts from God. And it's kind of like how I've been trying to explain to everybody how I've been feeling about what it means to me. Like, when I made my first jar, and you pray in your intentions over each item that you put in there, every single time I prayed to the King of, like Jesus, and I prayed to the King of Abraham, or the God of Abraham. I'm sorry, not the King of Abraham. I prayed to the God of Abraham, and I prayed to Jesus, and I prayed in his name. And I manifested over these, and I asked him to bless these things as I put them in this jar, to do what they were meant to do. And that's all I would say. Imbue this lavender with all of your power and all that it was meant to do, all that you've created it for. And this is what I was doing, and I prayed over each item as it went in the jar. And I have felt amazing since I made my health jar in the beginning of the year. I made it on January 1st. I have felt amazing every day since. Even the days when I was tired and really, run down, I still felt amazing. Like, I know that sounds dumb. Like, I ran my body ragged, but I still felt like, today, perfect example. My physical body is exhausted. Like, my legs were getting weak in the bathroom. But I feel fantastic. I'm up. I'm up. So anyway, that's what it means to me, and I can't wait to share it with you because I totally want to show the other side. You know, so much has been told in falsehoods. Like, there's been so many things that have been, falsely accused isn't the right way to say it, but so many things that have been said that they've been in God's name, in Jesus' name, when they really were really in man's name. Really for the benefit of man. You know what I mean? Like, Neil Armstrong said it the best. One giant leap for a man, one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. And that's kind of how Jesus always wanted it. Jesus wanted you to do the work. Just one little man. How can one little man do the work for a nation? And the contagious smile is one great way that you can do good works, easy, free, good works for many. And what I mean by the contagious smile is you never know, even if you're having a bad day, smile at a stranger. Smile at a stranger, even if you live in the middle of Manhattan and strangers think you're weird. Smile at a stranger and keep smiling at a stranger as long as you see strangers. And then hopefully it'll be infectious and it'll just go on and on and on. And you never know when your smile is going to infect somebody 5 people down the line, and it's going to save somebody from having the worst day of their life. So you know, you never really know. And those are the good works that we're asked to do as individuals. We're commissioned to do good works. Now, the commission, in my opinion, has gotten lost again. Another thing that's gotten lost. It's not about doing work for the church. It's about doing work in Jesus' name. It's about doing work for man in Jesus' name. Now, if you don't believe that, that's fine. You don't have to. Change the channel. It's fine. It really is. I'm not going to be mad at you if you don't want to watch this video. That being said, if you think about it, that's really what we're called to do. We're called to love each other. It's like the numero uno. Treat others as we want to be treated. And numero uno. That's the big one, right? And he asks us to go forth and do as his work for him. Like he asks us as the church to go forth and do his work in his name. So whatever that means to you, whether it means you're going to go on a missions trip to Guadalajara, or does that mean that you're going to give your last $2 to the homeless man on the corner, whatever good works are to you, go do it in Jesus' name and God's name. To me, that is trying to inspire people to get back to the OG, back to the original roots of the way things were before modernization. You know, people talk a lot about like, oh, we can do this. Look, when Jesus stood on a rock, he didn't expect you to build a church and have to raise money to build the church, to build the building. That is a modern day concept. We are called to do the work. So, Jim actually told a story today. I'm not sure if he's ever shared it with you on his channel before, but when him and his mom moved here, they reached out to the local church for help. And they said they couldn't help because they were trying to get a new building built. And Jim was like, no, that's not what it says to help the orphan and the widow. And he's not wrong. I mean, he really isn't wrong. So, I'm not sure, again, what you interpret in your life, what your life means, what the manifestation of God's word means to you. That's what you're intended to do. Okay, if you personally believe deep down in your soul that living in poverty and chastity is the way to honor God, then do that. If that's what you truly believe in your soul, that's what you need to do, then you go and do that. Do it in his name. Do it for the world. Give your money to all the charities. Have zero extra left in your bank account at the end of the month. That's the way my mom lived. My mom was like, oh, you know, we have enough bread, enough milk, even though she didn't calculate that properly. So I can go ahead and write a check to the nearest charity. And we were like, excuse me, we have no food for lunch. And at this point, charity has already cashed their check. So however you feel like it is to be manifested. And my mom was poor, so she grew up very poor. So for her to have milk and bread was enough, you know. It was more milk and bread that she had half the time. So everything, too, is a matter of perspective, you know. I personally, my personal beliefs, I want to share with you because I'm passionate about them. But I'm not trying to convert anybody to my way of thinking. What I'm trying to do by sharing my personal beliefs is to bring people who believe the same or similar or like or are open-minded enough to listen into my fold. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to start a church. I'm not trying to start a new thing. Like, even when I go to a place like, not Bodhi's isn't really like judgmental, but people who have that same sort of feeling, they've been so burnt by modern day Christians in America of that this is sinful and that is sinful and you're going to hell. And who needs to hear that? Who needs to hear that you, who the hell you are sitting behind your keyboard, is telling them they're going to go to hell? Who are you to be judge and jury? Who are you to say what you learned is right and what they learned is wrong? It's only for one to judge. It's only for one to judge. And it's not you, ma'am, sir, or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. What I learned is different than what a lot of you learned. What I learned in church, as well as what I learned in life, made up my mind for myself, which parts of which religions or which practices and which theologies I wanted to manifest, or I felt like really spoke to what I learned growing up. This is crooked and it's making me crazy. I'm so sorry. I know nobody noticed it but me, right? Actually, that's probably not true. There's probably like 5 of you going, fix the cross. Anyway, I did want to share with you, this is the necklace system that I wanted to have from like, since this was gifted to me. I'm not going to lie. So this is, I'm just going to tilt you down a tiny bit. Just wore my Supernatural shirt today because I had these new black pants that I got from Kohl's on clearance. And they're so cute, but I don't have a solid black t-shirt. They all have stuff on them. And I went and I bought some new solid t-shirts, but none of them were black. And I was like, I could wear a red one, but, you know. So I put on my Supernatural shirt. But this was the necklace. This is the system that I wanted to create since the beginning. So up here is a charm. That I got, a necklace that I got from one of you lovelies. I don't know if you want me to call you out or not, but it says, to the world, you're just one person, but to one person, you may be the world. And I've been preciously treasuring it ever since, but I've been waiting to get, and they're kind of like at a pewter. I've been waiting to get a pewter cross, a black cord for my pewter cross. So I have this pewter Celtic cross. I've been waiting to have them like together. And then down here I have the Tree of Life. And I don't think they're quite pewter, but that's what they feel like to me. And down here I have the Tree of Life. And those of you who don't know, the Tree of Life is in many, 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 many religions. Not just Christianity, not just the Norse, you know, the Norse mythology or Greek mythology or Wicca or whatever. The Tree of Life is everywhere, you know. And then finally, I have this long-corded black obsidian. Sorry, they're all tangled now because I'm showing you one at a time. I have this long-corded black obsidian that actually I caged. I just took some wire and I caged this. It's not very sturdy, I'm not going to lie, but I wanted to do it myself. And this is what I had. So, you know, I had the black obsidian ring that I've been wearing the last month or so. But this is, now that I got a cord for my cross, this is what I wanted to, this is the setup I wanted to have, basically. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I have these magnetic connectors that actually hold 4 necklaces. And I actually want to use that just so I don't have to constantly readjust them. The cords want to always twist so that the chains come down here or the double knots come down here just because of weight. So I wanted to just fix that. That's probably just one thing that I'm going to do to change, not change, but to fix this situation. Anyhow, today was, oh, and I don't know, did I share you guys that I got this great Harry Potter bracelet for Christmas from Jim? It has. Let's see. It's got a book. Actually, I think I need my glasses because I can't see which order everything's in. So, oh yeah, so it's got a book. It has Harry's glasses. It has a train. It has a lightning bolt. It has, oh, let me see. It has Hogwarts, like the little castle. And it's got a golden snitch, which is like a golden ball. This one happens to be a locket, which I wasn't aware of when I first got it. I was sitting here playing with it the other day, and I was like, oh, that's a locket. Then we have an owl and a hat, like the sorting hat, and a tree. We just talked about the trees, right? And this is actually a punch buggy, but it's supposed to emulate the car that Ron and Harry drove year 2. No spoilers, right? And then there's a broomstick for playing Quidditch and a scarf ribbon. And I thought that that is just the cutest charm bracelet. And it does have, like, no bells on it. I mean, it sounds like it jingles like a son of a gun, like it's totally full of bells, but really it's just the charms hitting each other, which I love. And then, of course, it's really funny. Here's like a tip. This is a hematite. Hematite is naturally magnetic. It's for protection. And look, it's naturally magnetic. And what it does is it helps me put the bracelet on because it holds the chain. It holds the chain while I'm putting the charms on. Like when I'm putting the latch on, which is really cute. And then this bracelet is howlite, which helps you with dreams. And this is not necessarily like the one particular stone is awesome, but it's actually supposed to be the solar system. So this is supposed to represent the sun. And then we've got Mercury, Venus, Mars, Earth, the moon. Not Mars. Mercury, sorry. The Earth. Not Mars. Yeah, Mars. No, Mars is after us, not before us. We're the third rock from the sun. Okay, start over. Because the blue one, right. Okay, well, that's what I thought. It's, sorry, it's up against the camera and it's like silhouetted and I could see the red coming through here. And then I could see, there's a hair stuck in there. And then I saw the light blue one and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. So this is supposed to be the sun, and then it's Mercury, Venus, or Venus and Mercury. Mercury, because it's hotter, right? Earth, the moon, and then we've got Mars, and then one that's supposed to represent Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then even Pluto's still on here. So Pluto's on here, little Pluto. And then these are lava rocks. And I just love it because I love all things in space. Star Wars, Star Trek, Space 1999. You guys remember Space 1999? All the things. I actually heard it on a radio show today, which made me think about it, because they were like, Space 1999. You know, they were colonizing the moon. I mean, the show came out in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. And they were like, actually, it was the mid-60s because Leonard Nimoy was on that before Star Trek. No, it was after Star Trek. It was after Star Trek. It was the 70s. And the Earth, it was Mission Impossible he was on before Star Trek. I think. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, they colonized the moon, and then the moon broke away from the orbit of the Earth. And I was like, this was all supposed to be happening 25 years ago. So it's just really funny. They were talking about on the radio how, like, what movie was supposed to be set in the future, which, like, happened ages ago. And they were like, is it Back to the Future? I was like, no. And they were talking about, what movie was it they were talking about? Terminator. In 1984, he came back all the way from, like, I don't know, 2012. And like when John whatever was born, John Connor was born, or whatever, and he sent him back, and it just was like, they were talking about, actually, one of the things Bodhi talked about on one of her live streams was talking about how, like, the electronic world is getting all screwy, and she's like, and this is how Skynet got started. But I just thought it was funny. So I guess you guys can see me prep for bed. I have 2 hook thumbtacks over there that I started using to hang my little things that I wear every night. I don't sleep with everything on. I like to sleep with my cross on my wrist and my watch and my hematite. I mean my howlite. I keep saying hematite. That's not right. The hematite comes off. It's the howlite that stays on to help me with my dreams. And since I've been wearing the howlite, I haven't had those crazy vivid dreams. The last crazy vivid dream I had before I decided to put on the howlite was that Jim and I were newly into our marriage, like 5 or 6 years into our marriage. And it was Jim, and it was Jim's body, but it was Chris Pratt's face, and I'm not 100% sure why. So, You're on my nerves. Okay. I just wanted to see. So, I don't know. I talk about my iWatch a little bit, but what I like to do before I charge it is I like to turn off all of the open apps. I have to stop showing you. Because it already has me going to bed. And if you guys know that I use the talk to text version of feature or whatever. And then what I do is I take the notification center and I clear all the notifications. And now it's not anything really running in the background. So I can charge it, and it charges a lot faster. So if you guys are interested, if you have an iPhone, or an iWatch I should say, it's just what helps me. You know, it's really funny is I did get a lot of heat about, oh no, iWatch again. I know a lot of people, it really bothers them, but and then, you know, we can't afford this, but I was like, this Christmas was just like, last Christmas was a good Christmas because of some stuff that Mom gave us, and then this year was a good Christmas for Mom. But, you know, it ebbs and flows just like everybody else, you know. Everybody else's life and Christmas. Anyhow, today I went to Bodie's. I didn't buy anything. Jimmy was like, are you going to show them what you bought? And I was like, I didn't buy anything. You guys bought stuff. But he did. He actually bought for a book for us both. He bought a book for herbs. He basically bought an herb almanac from the year 2000 is what it said. But I think it just means the 2000s. I think that's what he means. So I'm not 100% sure though. I'll have to look. But he, you know, he bought it for us. He didn't buy it just for himself. And Bodie was very impressed with our whole setup that we have there for, she really liked the whole apothecary station that we created and all of the things that we have decorated. And I was really I was pleased to show her. I was also pleased to show her my tongue. So I didn't really get to tell you guys this because I wanted to see how it worked first. But the last time I was there, which was on the way to Las Vegas, to my sister's house in Las Vegas, excuse me, she had created a tea mixture to help my mouth, to help the ulcers and stuff. Now, while I was in Las Vegas, basically I'm supposed to steep the herbs, and it's pretty tasty tea. It's like not sweet tea, so it's basically, you know, like marjoram to me smells and tastes like oregano, and it's heavy in marjoram. So it's not like it's, you know, as I'm saying, it's not sweet tea until you sweeten it. But it has like all of really beneficial, it has all really beneficial herbs. And she also put in some cancer fighting properties, herbs in there as well. And when I first got to Vegas, my sister, you have to steep it with aloe vera juice. And my sister, Julie, has an aloe vera plant. So while I was in Vegas, I was actually steeping it with chunks of aloe vera gel. And then when I got home, I tried to use the aloe vera juice that I had that was not organic, and it really didn't work as well. So I had to wait. I really only just started it 5 days ago. I was actually hoping Jimmy would make it so I could show it to you on camera. But it's George's organic aloe vera juice. That was the one that was recommended to me to add to it. And when I started doing that 5 days ago, I can see the difference. So I took a picture the last time I was there in Vegas of my tongue. And then I took a picture because I was wearing a mask at her shop. So I was like, I wasn't going to like, bleh. And then I took a picture today to show her the difference. And I hope to remember to insert the picture here. It's not a huge difference. I've only been doing it for 5 days. And then I realized it was really only 4 days. And I'll explain to you why in a second. I only have been doing it for 4 days. And it's, you can see the very distinctive swelling gone down in just that 4 days. 1 treatment a day, 1 cup of tea a day. Now, the reason I say 5 days, but it's really only 4 days, is because the first day I did it in the morning right before my coffee. And I realized, yeah, that's not going to really help if I don't let the medicine stay in my mouth and be the only thing in my mouth. So what I've been doing now is I've been drinking it right before bed. I've been doing my, like, brushing my teeth. I'm doing my Miracle mouthwash, taking all my medicine, eating all my chewables and that stuff before I brush my teeth, obviously. And then I'm drinking the tea, the very last thing before. The only thing I have after tea is water, if I need the water, like, as you know, if I get thirsty. So, I've been doing it every day for the last 4 days, and it has been huge, huge. Today, I actually have a new thing on the side because I have a broken tooth here. I think I shared that with you guys in the beginning of the year. It was like an old root canal that the pieces of tooth have like chipped off, but I bit my tongue today. Like, so now I have this big welty on the side of my tongue, but that is not mucositis related. Now, I'm not saying it won't, the mucositis won't affect how it heals, but it's not caused by the mucositis. I literally bit my tongue today. Bite your tongue. But I could tell the difference how the swelling is going down, and it feels very better. It feels very better. Sure. Absolutely. It feels much better. I've told you guys recently my tolerance for certain foods has been better. The other thing is I got a different medicine for my back. Today is the 2nd day of putting it on. I have not received approval from the insurance company about the other medicine that they wanted to prescribe for my back, the enzyme. But this is like silver. It's like silver, basically. And silver has natural drying properties and natural antibacterial properties. I believe it's antibacterial. So this is like a silver cream. She gave us as a free sample, and this is what we put on my back again today. So yesterday, because the appointment was in the morning, today we did it in the morning before we left, and then I'm going to do my shower tomorrow. My aide comes in the morning, and we're going to do my shower. And then I'll be able to put the medicine on in the afternoon. So then I can actually, like, instead of going like 36 hours, it's just sort of like 30 hours. And then 30 hours, and then 30 hours. And eventually I'll be back again bedtime, you know, before Jim goes home. Because, like, tonight, it's very irritated. It's, you know, I've been sitting in the car and in the shop and in and out and sweating. And it's irritated because it's a new medicine and it's not really the same calming, cooling, healing effect as the clobetasol. However, all that to be said, I hope I get sleep on it tonight. You know, like, that's really what the big concern is. That's why I do it before bed. It's got a pain reliever that we do. We add lidocaine to it so that I can sleep through the night. And that's why we always do it before bed, so I could sleep through the night. And I love how I put everything on my straw. But, you know, the straw still sticks out. So, I know I haven't done Comblers with you guys in a while. And there's a lot of different medications that I'm on that I really wanted to share with you. I'm on hydroxychloroquine. I'm on that because that works. It's a malaria drug, but it also works for autoimmune. And my dermatologist is treating my skin like autoimmune. And then I'm on another medication that's really mostly for eczema, but works through the immune system on eczema as well. So I'm on that. One's twice a day and one's just at night. So I have extra pills in my PMs. And I am doing chewable calcium. It's a gummy. Because it has sugar on it. Because you remember, I got this chewable calcium in the beginning of the year. But my tongue was really hurting. So what I do now is I've learned to stick it on the side of my mouth. Basically, I just soak it with saliva, suck on it really, and allow the sugar all to melt off of it. And then even the gummy itself starts to like dissolve almost. And then when I'm done, when it's dissolved, then I will go ahead and take my pills. I also still take a CBD gummy. It's about 20 milligrams, 15 milligrams. And they're sugar-free. Just bit my tongue again. Sorry. It hurts. And I'll take that as well. And then there's a CBD strain called Delta 8, which they sell if your state sells CBDs, they sell Delta 8s as well. Those I take on nights where there's like a lot of pain. I will take one tonight because this really hurts. And I do not want to take a Tylenol or codeine for my skin. And it sounds dumb, but you do have to treat the pain. But you have to treat the pain wisely. If I can get the relief that I need from a Delta 8 gummy, then I'm not going to take a Tylenol or codeine that's going to stop me up and make me become dependent on it. And also, you have to decide, like, how much medicine you're going to do for how much pain. So if I just do, like, if this is just like a 6 or 7, will I take the Tylenol codeine? Because what happens then when it's like a 9 or a 10 and the Tylenol codeine's not going to do anything, right? So, but I keep them in this bag here in my little thing. This is just what a CBD gummy teddy bear. That's all it is, gummy bears. And then this is what a Delta 8 looks like. This is a whole one. Sometimes Jim and I split this, where it's like, if my pain is like a 4, where I might be just too uncomfortable to sleep. But it's tolerable. But I can't sleep. Like, if it's tolerable pain for like every day, but it just, you know, it exacerbates when you sleep. So, that's a sugar-free one. I get them on Groupon. These were gifted to me by a friend. She bought a whole bunch of them. They weren't good for her anymore, so she sent them to me. I really appreciate it. They're amazing. They're by Johnny Appleseed brand. These ones are by Kenga. I want to say Kenga or Kangaroo. Anyway, it's on Groupon. But if you have a local area, it's just that here they're very expensive. Groupon has them a lot cheaper. And they say they're certified. And they do taste like the same ones that I have in the store. Like this tiny bit of CBD aftertaste. These have the same, like a tiny bit of CBD aftertaste. But not a lot. It's not objectionable. The reason I needed to do that, though, is because my back is really uncomfortable. And it's almost time for bed. Because, as my watch said before, it was after 10. But listen, I love you. I have to come on and vlog and share this amazing day with you. I'll try to remember to start pictures. I took beautiful pictures of snow-covered trees this morning on the way to Oklahoma. I guess it snowed here yesterday in Missouri. But towards like Joplin and in parts of Oklahoma, I think it snowed up until like last night. No, I think they got more snow than us. I think that's what Jimmy said. But anyway, it was an amazing day. Thank you for coming. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I say it all the time, and I don't want you to seem like it's willy-nilly just because I do say it all the time. I never know if you get a chance to watch every video. And I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to hear how much I love you. And how much I appreciate you guys coming by on this journey with me. You truly, truly do bring me joy and happiness. And the days where you can't see me because I don't feel good enough to vlog, or if I've been so busy lately, that's more than that. Too busy to edit, or too busy to vlog, or uncomfortable, or my head or my brain won't brain properly, and my words won't words properly, just whatever. I know that you guys care, and I feel it, and I feel the love from across the planet, just pouring down on me, thinking about me while I'm not here for you. So, thank you, and I love you. If nobody's told you today that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because I love you guys very much. And as always, you guys take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. I wanted to show you the tea. We use a tea bowl because it is loose leaf tea. Not loose leaf like paper, but loose leaf like tea. It has to steep for 4 minutes, so we have a little timer going. But it could steep for longer, just minimum 4. And of course, you put the aloe juice in. The tea bowl has 1.5 tablespoons of the mix, 1 to 2 teaspoons of aloe vera juice, and then when it's all done, I like to stir it clockwise 3 times to put positive intentions in it, to basically ask God to infuse it with his power to help me heal faster. I just thought since it came in now, I would just show it to you. That's all. It looks delicious, and this doesn't have any honey in it. We ran out, so I asked if I can add a little honey in it, because honey does have natural antibacterial properties, and it also adds a little sweetness. But yes, you can, and I did, but not today. Okay.